Welcome everyone to BHN Powerpack Healing. So, people will say, why do we need all this? Why do we need nutraceuticals? Why do we need Wolf non-surgical? Why do we need a cell sonic and a cardio med bed? I mean, is everybody looking for a gimmick here? That's what most people will think, but this is absolutely no gimmick. How many people actually do research and they go back in history? How many people actually realize that there might have been one or two autoimmune diseases in the year of 1900? Why don't you go back and actually take a look at people back in the 1900s, or why don't you go back as far as 1970? Oh, why don't you even do something else? Why don't you go back as far as 1970 and then go to a beach and find out that there's no overweight or obese people there? Why don't you go back and take a look at history? Well, no, you don't do that, do we? We look at his story. And his story would be the psycho elite. And I don't know what else to call them. And they're not elite, they're just psychos, okay? The reality is that at least they strategized, and they strategized in a way that we're only getting sicker. When people come to us, I go, I've learned a lot in being in health for over 40 years. I'm not telling you that I'm smart, but even if I'm as dumb as a stump, I've learned something. And that's this, is that you've got to create a ladder for a person. If they're in a 20-foot hole, it's got to be 20 feet, the ladder, right? It can't be 5 feet. And the last thing that we want to do is keep on running to everyone when they're in an emergency. I mean, everybody has been so geared to only come to, whether it's a medical or go to a natural health practitioner when they are in an emergency situation. And that's because, guess what? We've been taught that we're not worth much. We don't have much value. But I will tell you something right now. Our Powerpack practitioners, with using our nutraceuticals, the cardio med bed, the cell sonic, which we'll talk about, and using Wolf non-surgical, we will create an aha moment for, I believe, at least 95 to 98 out of 100 people every time they come in, because we do offer a money-back guarantee on the first treatment that we will wow you, that we will show you that the majority of body work, the majority of nutrition, the majority of strategies out there, if they're not twisted, they've been diluted. And the reality is that when most people believe that they've reached their so-called top, this is as good as it gets. It's not. It's not by any means. I can tell you that. It would be great if we got people that said, look, before I get sick, I'm going to learn that sickness is just a belief. I'm also going to learn that there are no genetic diseases, okay? That it's all epigenetic. It's what I think, what I drink, what I eat, how I treat myself, who I hang around with, what I do in my spare time, all of this. And that's what our practitioners are trained for. There's nothing wrong with going to a practitioner, but do you really want to go to a practitioner once a week, every 2 weeks? Do you really want to manage the pain, or do you want to master the body? And you can't do that totally unless you want to learn how to master your mind, and that you need to recreate things. So no, the Powerpack show is not just about the cell sonic and the cardio med bed. Not by any means, okay? And the reality is here, is that everybody's trained here, okay, to train you. Not to treat you, but we will treat you. And the reality is here, I know that people don't want to hear this, but you can take it or leave it. But we'll have people that, they do the nutraceuticals, they do the actual detoxification properly, okay, they take a look at their diet, they reconstruct that. But we have people actually that have been sent off to the hospital or to hospice. And when they can get these certain things into the hospital, or we can get these certain products to people in hospice. In hospice, they don't care though. In the hospital, they want to regulate everything because the thing is you may not be moving on. And the reality is if you're going to live long enough, they're going to make a lot of money off you, and you can believe that or not, okay? But I'm not really sure. Tell me one good thing in a hospital. Is it the food? Do you like the food? Do you like the treatment? Do you like the drugs? Oh, could you like it that you're around people that are very sick and that a hospital is the best place to catch an infection? Which one is or do you like it because you get a rest because now you're away from your family and you only have to, you'll only see them an hour a day, thank God. Woo! The reality is that everything is programming and conditioning, and I can tell you right now that our Thundershrooms, and this is not advertising, I get it, but our critical care Thundershrooms in our Amerigen, our C60, in our Ormus minerals, whether you want to believe it or not, just those 4 products, we have people that leave hospice. Oh, you want to challenge me on that? Oh, you don't believe me? Oh, don't worry, I'll get you some names if you want. And the reality is everything is about circulation and it's about frequency. That's it. That's all. If you understood that everything is about circulation and everything is about frequency, then you would understand that's healing. And if you understood that, remember this guy called Einstein? What did he say? The future of health will be dependent on energy medicine. Well, little did you know he was trying to tell you something, that you are an energy medicine frequency, light energy being. But the reality is you're too damn sick. Most of you are too sick. You're too sick. God, just trying to use putting you on a good diet, trying to detoxify you. You've drained your battery. You've drained your battery of energy. Everything is about electricity. So if I am going to try to take somebody from the cliff and bring them back, then I better be using the most powerful device called a cell sonic regeneration. I have to do it because I've got to get the electrical current into you because it's all about electricity. What's the difference between someone who's alive and someone who no longer lives within that physical body? It's electricity. What's the difference between me and someone that can't get out of bed? The amount of electrical charge. Most of you aren't even aware of this, that it's actually your mitochondria that are the powerhouse in every cell. Go do your real science. Go talk to your doctor. Have a good talk with him. See if he even knows what he's talking about. The mitochondria make ATP. Without it, you wouldn't exist. ATP is the energy. And ATP is made by the mitochondria, but guess what? Somebody that can't get out of bed, if they were to get Cell Sonic or they get Cardio Med Bed, or even if we couldn't do that, we just put them on Amerigen and we put them on Critical Care Thundershrooms, Ormus Minerals, okay? And we put them on Black Diamond, and if we could do some other things like vaginal infusion, if it was a woman, maybe do an ultimate coffee enema if it was a man or a woman, okay? And if everything that we did was high vibrational, we'd get them out of there. And whether you believe it or not, if we had to, Cell Sonic is portable enough that we could do Cell Sonic on this person. You can shut down stage 4 inflammation with Cell Sonic. But that's not the important part. The important part is the pulse that comes off of it, because it will, in one pulse, shatter the calcium bond that's created around the mitochondria, created in the cell, stopping the mitochondria from spinning properly. A healthy person spins 2,500 times per second. A person in bed is around 200 to 300. They're never getting out of bed. And then everybody else in the family, they don't know anything about health, and they don't, please. Okay? If anything, they're fearful, and they're passing on the fear, and that's the true push over the cliff for that person. Because everybody in a family, your friends, your neighbors, your relatives, they're all programmed to actually push you over the cliff because they don't even know what real health is. My God, I remember, I go visit someone, okay, and we got them on a really great healthy program, and they asked me to come and visit them in the house, and then the family want to come and learn all this, and they'll be sitting there with a burger and Coke and eating their stuff, and the family's ready to blow because they're headed for the same direction that person is, but we don't even understand that. So the reality is I knew I had to create a Powerpack clinic, and we've got to do it all over the world. And we're creating them all over the world, as you will see. And the reality is this, it's always been based on electricity. It's always been based on circulation. So when you get the most powerful device, and it is the most powerful device, I'm willing to be challenged on that by anybody, but a cell sonic regeneration machine is the most powerful device that I can find. And I was selling Rife equipment when I was 22 years old. How about that? I wouldn't sell a Rife today because it won't cut it. All right? And then we carry cardio med beds. And the reality is this. What if I wasn't in it just for the money? What if, eh? What if I had this idea that I wanted to take the cardio med bed that could actually take a person that's booked for heart surgery already and put them on a cardio med bed 35 to 37 hours, and there's no more surgery because they have a brand new set of arteries? What if I could do a person and do non-surgical cell sonic and the cardio med bed, and they are going to go to surgery in 10 days and that surgery is canceled? I already have done it. Thank you very much. I've already done it. I've done a lot more than that. And you know what? And it's, oh, he's so boastful. He's so egotistical. We got to shut that mother down. Well, trust me, they tried to shut me down again this week. And they try to shut me down like hardcore. And they'll keep doing it. But you know what? What am I doing that's illegal? Telling you that your body's electrical, and that if we can bring up the electricity and that we can restore the circulation. What did I do? It's not my fault you got well, for God's sakes. Seriously, there are no symptoms, just love messages from their body, but then you don't even know their love messages saying, please, can you love me? Can you care for me? No, you don't know how. You're never going to be programmed to do it. You're not taught in school. You could go all the way through nursing school or become a medical doctor, and then you're a danger to society, yes or no? But you're not a danger to the majority because they need to numb out. Because they don't know they got to take personal action, and this is their body. Not, we'll keep an eye on it. Where do they live, the doctors? Behind your toilet or under your bed? Which one? The reality is we don't even realize that this is our body, these 50 trillion cells, 500 trillion bacteria, and they're our responsibility. So we're just going to keep on doing what we're doing. And yes, we do have a lot of people that come to us, and they don't buy into the perfect day guide. They don't buy into learning about or learning how to be taught non-surgical so that they can become their own practitioner. We get it. There's always going to be people that want treatments. And we're still going to bring the thunder down, and then guess what? People will leave and understand something. They're going to come, they can't lift their arm up over their shoulder, they limp, okay? All right, they have a cane, okay? They're headed to the walker, they can't turn their neck, they can't breathe properly. And a lot of times, believe it or not, we've already showed them if we haven't turned it around, we can turn it around. Maybe not the first treatment, second treatment, third treatment. Wow, we're going to do wow by then. And the reality is that they've got to go home and they got to hang out with family and friends that don't buy into my BS, my belief systems. Why? Because guess what? You got to repeat it something hundreds, sometimes thousands of times. I mean, how many times were you told you were a moron, you were stupid, you're not pretty, you'll never be successful? Who in the hell would love you? Everything's programming. But don't worry, we'll still be here. And then we can keep on bringing your electrical level up, your frequency up. We can return your circulation. But what if you were to leave and you were to create the perfect day, or we allow us to help you do that? And then from the moment you rise until you go to sleep at night, you are actually creating the perfect day and doing it long enough and strong enough that guess what? It doesn't matter. You could go to a party, you're not going to drink yourself to death. You're not going to overeat anymore. You're not going to eat the things that make you feel like crap. Oh my God, take a look at your family and your friends. You look at them shoving all that into their mouth, and then they go and they complain. I got a headache, I'm too tired, I'm bloated, I've got diarrhea, I've got inflammation in my prostate, I've got bladder infections, I've got ovarian cysts, I got endometriosis. They talk about their diseases all the time, and while they're talking about their diseases, they're shoving something in their mouth that is actually feeding the disease. And then you're going to tell me that we are the most intelligent species in the universe. No. We are if we have the most intelligent belief systems that are based on unconditional love and care for ourselves. What do you think, Cheryl?
I think you're absolutely right, Daryl. And welcome everybody to Health and Vitality Engaged. I am located in Northern California in a town called Occidental. It's about 60 miles north of San Francisco. At my clinic, we have the fabulous Cellsonic that Daryl was just talking about. We also have the med bed. We have other energy modalities like the Biopterin and the Avicen. And we offer Wolf Non-Surgical as well as perfect day consultations. So those perfect day consultations can be done in person, or we can do it via a Zoom call. And I can't say how important it is for you to re-educate yourself around what real health is, and not even knowing what your triggers are and knowing how to balance body, mind, and soul, which is what this basis is, because you're not just a body, you're also your emotions and you're also your mind. And learning how to balance the three of those and to be able to take control of these things so that you can have that perfect, healthy, pain-free life is really an amazing journey. I have been working with just recently a wonderful woman who's been in the medical profession for 35 years and just retired. She injured her foot and has what she considers a neuropathy in her right foot. She has been very sedentary for the last year. She has gone down every medical channel she can think of in order to alleviate the pain, so much so that she couldn't even put weight down on her foot. So what happens to somebody like that gets incredibly sedentary, or they go and get the injections, which numb out their feet for a small period of time. And then what happens is they're not able to recognize how much more damage they're doing because they think they can use their foot. And then when the shot wears off, they're in excruciating pain. Well, she finally came to see me, which is what I'm getting to. And I was able to do Cellsonic on her foot, did a very light Wolf Non-Surgical. And then I put her on the med bed, because for somebody who's been sedentary, what they're really been lacking is that circulation that you can get from doing the med bed. She left after an hour of us doing all these modalities in absolute shock that she had reduced the pain in her foot like almost 95% in this one session. She just kept mumbling to herself as she was leaving that she couldn't believe that I could actually touch her foot, that the Cellsonic did that much in such a short period of time. And I can't tell you how important it is. I work with a lot of clients who have created in their lives a place where they're not able to be as active as they once were, and they become very sedentary, which then continues to add to their issues. So they come and they get 35 sessions. They get on that med bed, and it is just like they got out there and were running a marathon. Their whole bodies get their circulation back. Their heart gets in good shape. And this actually facilitates more than you can ever imagine the healing process for them. So that even until they are able to do it on their own, they're getting all the benefits of exercising while laying there, just dreaming or resting or breathing. It's just magical. And as you're going to hear from all the other women here, we never get tired of seeing this happen, or the surprise on people's face, or reminding people that, yes, we can self-heal. And it doesn't have to take forever. It really is that quick. And now we have these amazing modalities which help us facilitate in such I don't even know the words for it. It's like the most powerful machine on the planet, and I have one. So it's an exciting place for me to be. So again, I'm located in Occidental, California. You can go to my website, healthandvitalityengage.com. You can reach me at 707-322-1979. And when you go to my website, there's going to be a link that says road trips. And I have a few locations where I will take my Cellsonic and head down to that location. All you got to do is click on it, send me your name and number, what kind of treatments you want, and then we'll start fitting people in and make that trip happen. So again, healthandvitalityengage.com, or call me direct at 707-322-1979. Thanks, Daryl.
Thanks, Cheryl. And if I can say this, everyone, that's what we're trying to do, is create Powerpack clinics all around the world. That's our deal, where everybody is fully trained, okay? It's a whole body training, emotional, mental, physical, nutritional. And that's what it's all about. That's what our therapists are all about. You know, it's like this. When I realized that we could get the most powerful device called a cardio med bed for circulation and restoring circulation in the human body, and that these devices were sitting in hospitals around Canada, United States, Europe, because guess what? The cardiologists, they said it's either us or them. Something's got to go. Do your own homework. These devices sold for $250,000. They've been sitting in hospitals. Most of them only have a few hours on them. And what we do is we actually, with the purchase of them, because we make sure they're brand new, they are in perfect condition. I'm the only person in the world that will sell a cardio med bed, okay, for $35,000. That's it. That's it. Okay. And with that, you actually get and pick a whole life coach training or a Wolf non-surgical certification training. That's right. That comes with it. And when you get a Cellsonic, you get both trainings. So if somebody gets the package, they get basically 2 of a whole life coach or 2 of the Wolf non-surgical and 1 of the, they get 2 of 1 of them and they get 1 of the other. So being a whole life coach certification or a Wolf non-surgical certification. So the reality is what we want to do is I want to show a whole new paradigm, okay? And believe it or not, even though a Cellsonic costs a lot of money, it costs more than a cardio med bed. But the reality is that we have enough support, which I'm going to go at the end and show you what we do. And we have enough support that if you, okay, want to team up and actually really take action with me, we're going to show you how you can actually pay this off. And not just that, but the big payoff is how successful you're going to be. And that's the way it always has been in life. You know, no matter what you're talking about, you know, in life, if you don't have a strategy, here's the big struggle. Is Wolf non-surgical? I believe it's the best body work. I don't know it all. I haven't been around the world, but I haven't seen anything that will offer a money-back guarantee in the first treatment like we do. But the reality is this, I have to bring down the thunder. Are people more toxic, more poisoned right now? Are they lacking more electrical energy, which is energy? It's electricity. I hope you know that. And the reality is this, unless we can go boom like this. Do you know why we have to go boom? You know why we got to go boom? Because I'm going to give you a pill, and you could even be suffering the most outrageous pain. And if I could give you a pill, and that shuts your pain down, right? That's all you cared about, was get rid of the pain. Did you get the healing? Well, what if I told you I can get rid of that pain, get rid of that swelling, get rid of that stiffness? I can get your mind out of so much fear that that's really the disease because they don't have answers. This is all we can do for you. What if I can do that, but actually we're not suppressing the pain by cutting it off, even though the inflammation and the pain's still raging in your body? Because that's what pills do. They just shut off the feeling so you don't feel it, but it's still happening. That's why you'll always go to surgery eventually, unless you pass on, because of the beef jerky from the inflammation. Inflame, dehydration, inflammation, scar tissue formation, calcification, mutation. I just want you to think about that. So the reality is a lot of my practitioners did not come from any academic training. They came from all places in life. And people will say to me, what do I need to become a New World practitioner? Courage, passion, purpose, and knowing, okay, that you have the right to unleash your God-given power to heal yourself and show others how to heal. What do you think, Tora?
Daryl, I think you are on the money. No, I think you are really speaking a deep truth. And this deep truth is sometimes not easy to hear, especially for a lot of people who are kind of indoctrinated by the system. And I think when we really look at, why do we do what we do, to really look at where the buck stops. And I know that myself, and I actually have to pinch myself to be amongst this amazing team of New World practitioners doing this groundbreaking. And as you said, it's a new paradigm. It's a new paradigm in healing and actually lifting the frequency and allowing ourselves to get really healthy and vital, and allowing us to share that with our clients. And I actually had a beautiful client of mine host me last night, and we had a beautiful energy medicine evening, sharing and learning together how to create the perfect day on an emotional, physical, and spiritual level. And it was just so rewarding and so beautiful. And there were actually quite a few medical trained people there, but medical people who were really open and really passionate about finding a new way. And it was incredible to showcase the Cellsonic, and I did some spot treatments. And it's, I think more and more the world is really ready for what we have to offer, because people know, and especially medical people know, and we had some beautiful intimate conversation, that what is currently being offered is absolutely, it's actually not short from criminal, because it's peddling the same thing, it's creating dependency, it's creating a lot of sickness and side effects. And what we have here is very simple, it's very gentle, it's really in harmony with nature, activating life force, vitality, and energy. And it's really through us, waking up, but not waking up so much. It's about us really taking massive personal action and learning to take responsibility for ourselves.
That's beautiful. Where do you live? And you have two retreat centers, don't you?
I do, Daryl. I live on the beautiful east coast of Australia. So I live between Sydney and Brisbane in the Coffs Harbour area. And for those of you who love the beach, I have a beautiful practice by the beach. It's a house where I offer personal treatment and training, self-healing retreats. And I do some really short ones for some really busy people for 3 days. But my main offering runs for 7 days. And then the most amazing transformational experience actually runs over 10 days. And this is a journey that I take my clients off, a journey of healing, of really finding the brave heart and activating that within themselves. And, from when someone arrives to when someone leaves, they really have changed on every level, and most of all actually on the energetic, on the vibrational level. And from my experience, when someone comes and someone leaves and they go back home into the kind of chaos and into the environment where the dis-ease was created, it's really hard to maintain that, because we're around family and friends and we're sort of told what to do, and we're sort of judged. So when someone comes to me for a amount of time, they're really able to feel the shifts, to feel it somatically, energetically on every area of their body. And, I'm really their coach, their mentor, the accountability partner from the outside, and they can lean upon me for a little while. And it's like we learn to crawl together, we learn to walk together, we learn to run together, until they can really have the confidence. And actually on the last day, what I very often do is I invite them to actually to coach and to teach me, like, what would you do here and what would you do there? So they, from the minute they rise, we do beautiful practices. We do the lion heart breath, we do the clapping, we do the belly button therapy, we do emotional work, we do breath work, we do yoga, we do meditation. For women, we do a lot of the beautiful pelvic restoration exercises to really get into the divinity of the feminine body. And then in the afternoon, we do all different treatments. And yes, I have the Cellsonic, I have Cardio Med Bed, I have the Avicin, I have the Biotron, I have the Vitamin D Light, and I also have an infrared sauna, and we're about to get an ice bath. So it's an amazing transformational journey. It's really the experience of a lifetime. And I have seen over and over again that we can shed layers if we're willing to really let go, to transform and to become the amazing high vibrational human being that we have the right to be here on earth.
Beautiful. And what are we doing tomorrow at, tomorrow at, let me see, what time do we come on tomorrow? 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for me, but in Australia, what time is it for you, Tora?
It is 6 a.m., Daryl.
Okay, the early bird, eh? So anyways, we'll be coming on, and we are coming on what we call 5-Star Retreat and Healing. That's what our show is called, 5-Star Retreat and Healing. And we will be building these retreat and healing centers. I've got 3 other people that will be doing these, and we will eventually, it'll be Tora now and I that'll be doing the shows, and when the rest of them, they find their courage, they'll be on. And the reality is it's always been about the training, not the treatment. And the reality is we want you not to want us. We want you to become us. But to more than that, find your authentic, real, true spirit. Whether you want to believe this or not, your personality is not really you. That was just made up by a bunch of people that were taught and forced to tell you what you needed to become. And we want to crack your coconut from the inside out. Now, at the end of today, I will, not the end of it, but near the end of it, when we're done with all these beautiful practitioners, I will be going over what we actually do in our personal treatment and trainings, and I will also be going over how you can become a Powerpack clinic. Okay? I'm going to tell you something. I want to shake it up. I want to prove that, guess what? I was only a mother. I was just an accountant. I was a teacher. I was a nurse. Okay? I always wanted to be a practitioner. My kids are raised, and what do? I don't know. Why don't you see it through? Why don't you go over and dust off your passion and purpose? And please believe that you can be the most powerful practitioner in your area wherever you live. That what you create, what you call God, created us to create. We are the healers we seek. Tora, what do you think?
I think that's exactly right, Daryl. And the best way to start is actually to join our life-saving, life-changing trainings and certifications. And I'm the very proud host in Australia again this year in August. And Dr. Wolf and Dr. Sage Wolf and the beautiful team of master trainers are joining us again. And we will kick off on the 7th of August in Coffs Harbour with the Whole Life Coach, followed on the 17th of August by the Wolf Non-Surgical Body Work. And I just want to speak to that incredible body work again, and to speak about the dream team that the Cellsonic and this incredible technique are. Look, I have so many incredible stories to share. I could be here for hours. But really for someone who's been on the healing journey for a long time and who has experienced a lot of different modalities, when I go in with the Cellsonic and then go in with the Wolf Non-Surgic, really opening up those tissues and like really feeling the energetic shift in the body, and then them really realizing, wow, it's like the first time you're able to actually scratch and itch, like it's this beautiful, this deep transformational treatment. And this treatment, this training goes over 11 days that Dr. Sage Wolf takes us through. And it's just such a deep transformational experience as a practitioner, or if you are learning or wanting to become a practitioner, you have the most amazing tools in the toolkit to make changes in another's body, in another's life, in another's pain, in another, really creating freedom in the physical way. This body work is just so incredible. And so the training is from the 17th to the 28th of August, and it doesn't matter if you've had any experience or not. And I even find that practitioners who sort of haven't been sort of brainwashed in other modalities, they really go in with an open heart and with a completely open mind, and can take this incredible body work on. But I've seen, I don't know if there are miracles, but I've seen incredible transformations in my own clients' experiences in the last 2 weeks. I've had some incredible transformation. So please join us. And then lastly, we are going to be doing the beautiful pelvic 3-day masterclass, pelvic health and disease prevention. And the gorgeous Lorraine is here. She will be heading us up again. She also did that last year, and that's from the 30th of August to the 1st of September. And, us women, we actually have a magnificent, magical toolkit. And when we learn to actually connect with our bodies and our energy and our divinity and the incredible healing and the power that is available to us on every level. And, I'm about to turn 50, and I was so shut down in my physical body. And I'm slowly really finding that within me. And it is amazing. It is powerful. It's transformational, and to be so in tune with, we are the ones who create life. We are the ones who really, are the guardians for our children, for the next generation. And when we learn to honor our ovarian palace, when we learn to understand our body and the seasons and our hormones, and we become very powerful. And it's just a beautiful gift for the world. So the pelvic course, pelvic health and disease prevention, is an absolute must. And you learn incredible skills that are very much out of the ancient times, and really relevant in the modern times. And most clients, most women who come to me, they have terrible dysfunction or pain or painful periods, all these things which we think in our time are normal, but none of that is normal. Our bodies aren't designed to make us suffer. Our bodies are designed to give us pleasure and really carry us through life in a beautiful, engaged way. So please come and join us, kicking off from the 7th of August in Coffs Harbour, and the last course finishing on the 1st of September. If you would like to join up, you just go to bhnuniversity.com, or if you have any questions, please reach out to me. The best way is to catch me on my cell phone at the moment. I'm very, very busy with clients. My number is 041 399 3493, or you can send me an email at thora@tklifestylesolutions.com. And if you are thinking of joining the training, I know we're filling up quite fast, please take massive personal action. And it's really your road to becoming a Powerpack practitioner, to becoming the most practitioner possible, but more than anything else, becoming the light for your family and for your community.
Thank you. And just know this, everybody in Australia and in Canada, we have reduced the price to more than 35%. And it's not because we were overcharging, it's because everybody is being inflated and people are being gouged everywhere. And we want to show that Braveheart Nation is not one of these people. We are not going to play the taxation, inflation game with anybody. We'd rather make less and keep this mission moving. And that's the God's truth. And Tora, what about the lectures? We're lecturing in Sydney, I think. We're lecturing in Melbourne. We're lecturing in, where else? What's it called? Byron Bay, right? No?
Yes, beautiful Byron Bay. So we're going to kick off on the 13th of July in Melbourne. And then we've got a lecture on the 14th in Melbourne, on the 17th July in Sydney, on the 20th of July in Brisbane, and then the 21st in Byron Bay. Byron Bay is beautiful, Daryl, and we're securing a gorgeous venue, which you will absolutely love. The surf is pretty good there, so I hope we can get you down to Coffs Harbour for the 24th. And then Dr. Sage Wolf is doing a lecture on the 14th of August, also in Coffs Harbour. And for all of those lectures and dates, again, you can just jump onto bhnuniversity.com and click Australia, click the lecture, and it's quite easy to sign up. Just follow the prompts. If you have any questions, please call me on 041 399 3493. And if I don't answer the phone, send me a text in regards to your inquiry, and then I will get back to you as soon as I can.
And how much is the lectures?
The lectures are free. Just bring yourself, bring your heart.
Okay, there you go. Thank you. And we'll see you tomorrow. Well, we'll see you now, but we'll definitely tomorrow too.
Can't get rid of me that quickly.
Yeah, so don't forget, Tora and I will be back, and we'll be talking about 5-star retreat Healing, okay? And that's what we do. I do it in Mexico, and she does it in Australia. And there'll be more to come, I'm telling you right now, because people know this is the future. It's called Get Trained, Not Treated, okay? All right. Okay, let's move on to Lorraine. Unmute yourself, Lorraine. Thank you. Okay, let's go to Magdalena. Magdalena, please come on. Lorraine will come on in a while. Okay, thank you. Magdalena? Hey, somebody's got to find that button.
I got it now.
Okay. All
Am I
right.
back? Okay. So I'm here in Calgary and so excited about this work. Oh my gosh. I had a few people that I was working on in the last couple of days, and this one lady came in because she was having a lot of indigestion. So I worked and I opened up the area right here, and
What area would that be?
First. What?
What area? You opened up the area.
The upper abdominal area.
Okay, thank you.
And we did a little bit of Cellsonic first. And when I was doing the Cellsonic, she had lifted her shirt up, and I could see these, I thought were scars underneath her breast. And I said, did you have a breast reduction or implants removed recently? And she said, no, that was fungus. So after I finished doing the Cellsonic and then the non-surgical, when I did Cellsonic at the end, we also did a little bit where this fungus had grown. And almost immediately it went from gray to a nice pink color. And she was like, that was the biggest aha for her. Like, that wasn't even one of the things she came for. And yes, she was feeling way better with her stomach area and things. She said she could actually breathe better. This is such a gift for us to be able to do for people, where they get results right away. They see it, they feel it. It changes their life. I had another lady come in with osteoarthritis, and she was supposed to get hip replacement. So she came in and she had 2 canes. After one treatment, just one treatment, and all I did was the SI joints, and then I worked up and down the spine. She was able to get up, and she was walking with just 1 cane instead of 2. The next
Rain,
time,
can I say something? And please,
yes.
I'm not trying to steal your thunder, but everybody, guess what? You got sucker punched. You don't need the cane, and you don't need the walker, and you don't need the wheelchair, and you don't need the Depends because you're dribbling or pooping your pants. Okay? You don't need the drugs, okay, because you have to numb yourself out, and that's where it all starts. Okay? We were trained to be terrorists until we became victims, and victims will limp their whole life. Lorraine?
Yeah, and so the next time when we worked, during the Cellsonic first, and then working in, I was doing the lower pelvic area to open that up. Again, she got up and said, oh my gosh, I am walking straighter. It's just so amazing. It's such a blessing to be able to do this and watch the transformation. And the last time I worked on her, no canes. She's walking in, she's coming up the stairs, she's got good balance. Like, this is incredible. This is so incredible. We are facilitating quality back into people's lives. It's so amazing. So yes, I'm here in Calgary, and we are hosting Daryl. He's doing the Reverse the Irreversible lecture. here in Calgary on April the 10th in the evening. And then on April the 13th, which is a Saturday, we are doing the Day of the Doc, Day with the Doc. And we are over half full already. So if you're interested in signing up, you can give me a call. My number here is 403-605-9216. Or you can go to, I don't remember the website to sign up, Daryl, at this particular moment. They can call me.
What do you mean for sign up for the lectures? They can
For the
go to
lectures, yeah.
bhnuniversity.com for
They
signing up for the lectures.
Okay, so you can go to BHN
Or
University.
braveheartnation.com. It'll take them there too.
Okay, yeah, so you can sign up for the lectures that way, and just know that the space is limited. And we are so fortunate here. We are doing it in a place that has the EE system. And it's going to be going the whole time that we're there. So this is like a double whammy for anybody who's coming.
That's beautiful, Lorraine. So how can I get in touch with you?
Again, you know, if you wanted to come for treatment, sell Sonic, do consultation, because I do the perfect day consultation, the emotional consultation, the pelvic consultation, the water fast consultation. And I think that's it. So,
Yeah.
And I'm teaching the pelvic restoration and disease prevention masterclass. You know, the things that us practitioners get to see on a daily basis. I mean, this is why I do this work. It's because it is so powerful. And, you know, when I met Daryl, I didn't think I didn't have any physical pain, but I had a lot of emotional stuff that I was hanging on tight with. And, you know, just seeing how it changed my life, and now watching how it changes my clients' lives. Like this is so rewarding for me. Like I feel so blessed to be able to do this work. So wow. People can give me a call, 403-605-9216.
Beautiful, Lorraine. And Lorraine, we're going on a road trip when we finish in Calgary. Where are we going? Manitoba. You're bringing your Sonic.
Okay, I have family in Manitoba too, you bet. I'm
Oh
coming.
yeah, but they probably don't like you because you changed too much.
Yeah, maybe. You never know. All right, awesome.
Yeah, we're going to be giving a lecture in Manitoba. So I've never been to Manitoba to lecture, and I'm trying to remember where it is. That's really bad of me. Let me see if I can find it really quick before we... Here we go. Okay, all right. We're going to McDowell, Saskatchewan. Okay, and the host is Michelle, 306-961-8690. Wednesday, April the 17th, reverse the irreversible. No more drugs, canes, surgery, or wheelchairs. On Saturday, it's a day with the doc. So Wednesday, it'll be a meet and greet at 6 o'clock. And then at 7, the lecture starts till 9:30. You can leave when you want, come when you want. There's no rules. And then on Saturday, a day with the doc. And both of these things are free. And the reality is they've got a room for 500 here. I guess they really want to rock it. I said, well, you know, let's just make sure everybody sits at the front in case we only get the first row. I don't know, I'm only kidding. But the reality is it's a day with the doc, and that starts at 10 o'clock and goes till 3 o'clock. McDowell, Saskatchewan. If you know where that is, you want to come. There it is. Lorraine?
Awesome. Road trip, here we come.
Yeah, well, you better get packed up, girl, because you'll be there for both of those days. Okay?
All right. Beautiful.
And see, just know this, everybody. I do this all the time. I never, ever tell Lorraine anything until I get her on a show, and then guess what? She can't say anything but yes. Okay, all right. What do you think of that?
I love it. Give me more.
Okay, settle down. All right, okay. Let's move on to Magdalena. How you doing, Magdalena, in Toronto? And everybody, I will keep you posted. But there is a chance that I'll be going to Toronto to do a reverse the irreversible in a day with the doc. Magdalena?
Hi, Daryl. Hi, beautiful and wonderful friends. How are you, everybody? Thank you for coming to the show.
God, don't you just love, I love her accent, don't you? Just keep going. Keep going.
I love it.
I love it.
Hello. Hola. Hello. And hola, ciao. So I can speak Spanish and Italian.
That's right. So everybody needs to know that if you speak Spanish better than English, you got to go and get a perfect day consult from Magdalena or go see her, and she's in the Toronto area. So Italian, Spanish, and English. Okay?
Yes.
All right. And there's a lot of Italians in Toronto. They built the subway line. Okay? Little Italy, right?
Yes, correct. So I'm in Toronto. My phone number is 416-669-9351. And my website is torontohealthandhealing.com. So I was working on...
Keep the mic up to your mouth, love.
I was working with a gentleman 4 days ago on the knee. He on the front with the Celsonic and the front side and then the back side. And he was feeling so great. He even mentioned, I think I need one more treatment and I'm ready to run. So this is how successful can be this treatment. It's amazing.
I'm not trying to cut you off, sweetheart, but everybody, you need to get that. People said, I'm benched. The doc told me 6 months, 9 months. How about 6 hours? Remember something. Remember the door hinge that wouldn't open? That was rust. Remember the joint that wouldn't open? That was scar tissue and calcification. And guess what? We can take care of that. We can take care of that. You know, you can think it's a sales pitch, but we're so excited. We want the world to know that guess what? These are limited beliefs you're living with. Magdalena?
Yes, and it's amazing how this device is really powerful. And I'm gonna have another treatment soon, next week with a senior. He's looking forward because of the hip. He has his hip problem, so he's looking forward to get the treatment. So I will tell you in the next show.
Beautiful. And I want to say something, everyone. I want to just thank Magdalena for her bravery because, of course, she speaks Spanish and Italian, okay, better than she speaks English. But look at how well she's doing. And everybody needs to find their brave heart like Magdalena and understand you got to get this. She is such a wonderful practitioner. She knows the non-surgical inside and out. She knows the perfect day inside and out. And if you want somebody that has such a beautiful, kind heart, okay, you need to reach out to her. And how many people live in Toronto? I don't know. It's like 4 million, okay? All right, so you all can't go at once. 5 million. Wow, there's been a lot going on since I was there. Okay, so anyways, there's 5 million now. So the reality is how can they get in touch with you, sweetheart?
Yes, please, if you need consultation, if you need help or you have any questions, my number is 416-669-9351.
And your website?
It's torontohealthandhealing.com. Thank you, beautiful, and have a wonderful day.
You too, sweetheart. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Barrie, Ontario for Shalou. Hi, Shalou.
Hey, Daryl, how you doing?
Great.
Yeah, I'm in Barrie, Ontario, and I have the Powerpack. I have a clinic that's fully equipped with many energy medicines. And I've been doing this for the last 3 years, and it's been amazing to see the transformation and all the people that come in. And I was just thinking about Raph today, when we're hearing about knees and stuff. He was 7 or 8 years in pain and literally having to lift his leg in and out of the car to get in and out of the car. And his passion is badminton, and he couldn't play any of that. And he brought his wife in for a consultation, and Daryl saw he was limping, asked what's going on with that. He's like, oh, no, I'm here for my wife. And after we did her consultation, Daryl's like, give me 15 minutes and we'll get you out of pain. And sure enough, Daryl and I worked on him, and he was blown away that he could not feel pain, just get up and walk, and there was no pain. But there was a lot of stuff in there. And then over the last, few years, he got more treatments, and we did the Salsonic. And last year he was playing badminton and won silver. And this year he's going for gold. So, those are, and he's in his 70s. So this is not, some young pup that, oh, I damaged it, hurt it, and I can't. This is a gentleman that's lived a full life and still has passion for his sport and is going for gold. So I think that's amazing that we can have, those types of transformations and miracles changing people's lives. Just this week, I had a lady come in. Again, she's in her 70s, late 70s, and just can't even get a hold of her doctor. She had so many surgeries. They've literally taken everything out of her. So now her belly is all bloated. There's so much pain. And she's like, I don't know what to do. So we did some non-surgical, we did the Salsonic, and she felt great, but there's still other issues that need to be addressed. And the pain, in other parts just keeps coming back. And yesterday, actually she has because of all the surgeries and stuff and the inflammation that is, a result of all the scar tissue that's in there, she had a wound that opened up, like it had healed and then it opened up again. And they were just bandaging it and managing it themselves because she can't even get a hold of her doctor. And the husband was having to change that bandage every day. And so I told her, I said, look, let's just do some Salsonic on it, and that's going to help it heal faster. And we only ever did the Salsonic once on that area. And when I saw her yesterday, they were amazed that it's where they had to change it like every day or even twice a day because the pus and everything that was oozing out, it's actually getting better. And he's having to change it every 4 days. Like there's no pus and stuff oozing out. So this is an amazing, technology that is there for wound healing as well, for diabetic ulcers and all sorts of stuff that, because again, it puts the life back in, right? We're just like battery packs. And so when we start to feel run down, that battery is dimming. And this machine will just recharge that battery back to where it's supposed to be so that we can get the life back into us and start living our best lives again. Sadly, what's normal is what we go by. What's normal? Well, what's normal is not natural, right? Natural is that our heal. What's natural is that there's a lot of natural therapies that will actually help us healthier than all the synthetic drugs they keep giving us. So, but that's been normalized. I had a lady that I worked on just last week, and I'm so glad I took a picture of her arm before she left because, we were just looking, she's got a lot of loose skin hanging and stuff. And after I did work on the one arm, I said, well, let's just, take a picture of how much tighter it looks. So we just took a picture for that. And so the next day I got a picture from her, and where I hadn't even touched was literally like deep, deep purple to almost black. I hadn't even done the non-surgical treatment there. But all the toxins as a result of the circulation, and thank God we did do Salsonic on it too. So everything got brought to the surface. And realize what we're holding. We don't realize how toxic we truly are. And when you get a non-surgical treatment, when you get, the Salsonic, you get all that life put back into you. It helps with the microcirculation, right? And I mean, the cardiac bed again, the one lady that went on it this weekend, the next day she's like, oh, my muscles feel really sore. And I'm like, yeah, because you did the most powerful workout while you were just laying there, right? 1 hour on that cardio bed is like being at the gym for 3 hours. Well, how sore do you feel when you've been at the gym for 3 hours, right? So she could feel the work her muscles had done while she was just laying there. And of course, that improves your circulation. And what is better circulation? Like perfect circulation is perfect health. And isn't that what we're all striving for? So I am in Barrie, Ontario. My number is 705-828-2257. And my website is lotuslife.health. And you can email me, shalu@lotuslife.health. I would love to hear from you and help you, whether it be an emotional, physical, or nutritional consultation. Let's talk.
Thank you, Shalu. And next we'll go to Kathy. Kathy also lives in Barrie, Ontario. Hi, Kathy. Maybe Kathy's no longer on. Okay. All right. Oh, there she is. Okay. Kathy, you're on mute.
Yeah, unfortunately, they put us all on mute and I couldn't quite find it there. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Rafa,
Daryl.
I don't want you putting people on mute anymore for any shows. Everybody's in a quiet room. There's no noise. Okay? Thank you. Go ahead, Kathy.
So I'm in beautiful Barrie, Ontario as well. And you wouldn't believe it here is we're actually getting snow, a nice light snow as if it's a Christmassy day. So we're keeping our spirits up here. It's so I just wanted to let you know that aside from aches and
off.
pains, can you hear me okay?
Hey.
Aside from aches and pains being treated in the clinic here, I wanted to reiterate, as Shalu did, that the Cell Sonic is a powerful tool. It's paramount for healing of wounds and ulcerations and skin irritations. And you know, it's very powerful at killing infection. It triggers tissue regeneration. When the wand is aimed at infection, it removes the cause of pain rather than resorting to medication. So that's powerful. I've had success with helping construction workers and athletes with their muscle pain, as it's been shown to help with athletes with endurance and also those who have limited muscle movement. It penetrates deep into the muscle tissue and generates like regeneration of the muscle. So it's very, very good for athletes as well. I've seen successful treatment of carpal tunnel, reduced scars, and relief from constipation, believe it or not. It's really, really good for helping activate that the bowel area. So it's got so many different modalities within the whole the powerful electro stimulation that it does in the body, muscles, and in all the muscle areas of the body, as well as the bowel area. And recently, a deterioration of warts. So anything skin irritations, that's one thing that we haven't been really touching on, but it really helps with psoriasis and any skin irritation like that as well. I just wanted to give an update on a case that I presented there a couple of weeks ago, where I saw a lovely lady about inflammation around her SI joints. She was just really inflamed in the SI joint area as well. Just saw her this past weekend, and that has really, the inflammation itself has deteriorated so that more work could be done and provide more relief in that area in her back where it needs more attention. But now it's relieved that inflammation to allow more blood flow and go further with her treatment process. As well, I've had an update with another one that had pain in her. So I don't know quite how to say it. She had an amputation underneath the knee, and she relayed to me that the pain has greatly reduced in the phantom pain area that she's been experiencing. So aside from all the other aches and pains, this has really been important to her to receive that kind of help in that area, to receive relief from that area. And that's been going on for over 30 years. And so she was quite pleased to relay that to me as well. So again, I'm in Barrie, Ontario, and I'd love to hear from you if you need a consultation. Let's see what we can do to help in any way that these machines that we have in our clinic here. We have the Cellsonic, one mirrored here, the Cellsonic. We have the Cardio Med Bed in the back here. I also have the vitamin D light with the crystal panels, as well as the Bioptron and the Avicen that's able to go on the road with us. So the Avicen and the Cellsonic we pack and take on the road with us, which will probably be taking off in April again, and probably even in the Niagara Falls area, likely in the May timeframe. So I'd love to hear from you if you have any questions on how we may be able to help you. I know that we can help you and coming up with a treatment plan. My name again is Kathy Edward, and you can reach me at 705-715-8716. My website, check out my website at advancedhealing.ca. And you can email me at info@advancedhealing.ca. I'd love to hear from you. Give us a call. Thanks, Daryl.
Thanks, Kathy. I really appreciate it. And thanks to all of you. And what I want to do is I'm just going to start from the first person. Cheryl, are you still there?
He muted me too, but I'm still here.
I prefer that nobody gets muted. Can we just do that? It keeps the show smooth. Okay, so unmute everyone. And thank you. So Cheryl, I'm just going to go through a list with everyone and we'll play a little game, right?
Okay.
Okay, let me ask you, what do you believe that the Doc of Detox Library has done for you or will do for others that are wanting to find health and wanting to be in a pain-free life with energy? What do you think?
What I tell people is, if you're ready to thrive and get off of survive, you have to educate yourself. And the library is a treasure trove of information that will reteach you what real health is. I spent hours in that library educating myself, and I tell everybody, just do it. It's free.
Thank you. Is Tora still on?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I'm going to just have the list here. So, Wolf Non-Surgical. Before and after, and what you believe it would do for, what it did for you or what it would do for others if they actually took the course.
Look, Wolf Non-Surgical is the most powerful transformational body work in the world.
Why can you say that? But why do you feel you can say that, though?
I can say that, Daryl. I was a professional musician and I had a chronic neck back problem. And I was in severe pain, I would say a 12 out of 10, probably for 20 years of my life. And I did rolfing, I did yoga, I did deep tissue, I did acupuncture, I did like Chinese therapies, everything. I have spent, I would say, over $100,000 on my own therapy, and nothing ever moved the needle. And the first time Dr. Sage Wolf worked on my neck, on my thoracic, took it lovingly apart, I had my life back. I could feel my body for the first time. And as a practitioner, I'm able to give that gift to my clients. And the body work is actually quite a physical work to do as a practitioner. And I was talking to one of my beautiful clients last night, and he said, look, the way you move and the way you do things, it's like yoga. So it's like this beautiful process of keeping myself accountable, really learning to nourish and honor my body. And I can't mistreat my body, because when I do that, I actually can't give beautiful, body work to my clients. I'm not energetic, I'm not flowing, I'm not mobile. So it's this kind of, it's the gift of keeping me really healthy and strong and mobile, and my body really changing and just being, the fittest and the healthiest it's ever been at 50. But then to actually give that gift and pass that on to my clients. So yeah, that's what I have to say about the Wolf Non-Surgical work.
Does anybody see how she's sitting? She's sitting with her knees up. There's flexibility for you. Okay? All right, that's it. It's such a normal pose. She's sitting like that. Okay, her pelvis is free and open. She can put her feet right up on the chair. I mean, how many people can actually do that at 40? They can't even do it anymore. Okay? All right? I mean, people look at me when I'm on the plane or I'm traveling. I've got the same as her, same position. Okay? That's what Wolf Non-Surgical does. It makes your joints free, doesn't it? And what is old age but stiffness? What do you think, Tora?
That's exactly right. And I sit like this in the car. I sit like this on the plane, on the airport. Like, I don't care. This is just, and I garden. I grow my own food. I sit like this when I garden. And it's just beautiful. It's just, gets me connected, and my digestion works beautifully. And it's an absolute gift. And this is the way we were created.
Absolutely. All right, Lorraine, you're next. Whole life coach certification.
Oh, that definitely, you've got to go in and actually, no, let me start all over again. I have taken a lot of personal development, and I did get some results, but did I get myself where I wanted to? Absolutely not. It wasn't until I came and did Daryl's work where we started to crack that coconut from the inside out. This is such an amazing gift to be able to come back to these beautiful bodies and feel what you need to feel and let go of what you need to let go of, and really become that beautiful, thriving person that we are supposed to be. Really come to terms to how the body works, how it really works. And really, it's so simple. I took a lot of other things. I'm certified in holistic nutrition. I'm a Reiki master. I know German New Medicine, blah, blah, blah. But this is putting everything simple. All the other things that I took made health complicated. This is simple. Let's get back to basics. Let's get back to what Mother Nature provided us. Let's give our body what it needs on a daily basis, on an emotional, a physical, and a nutritional level. Raise that body's vibration up. We are electromagnetic beings, and this works. It works.
Thanks, Lorraine. Okay. Magdalena, what did you think about the pelvic restoration course, the 3-day masterclass that Lorraine teaches?
Oh, the pelvic course, it was amazing. It helps. First time I took it in my life, it was really impressive, and to see all the women, all the group learning so much about this, and it was really great to learn so many good things about the mother of the mother of what is holding us is our pelvic, and I really love it. I will recommend it to anybody. It's amazing. Every woman should have this course. It helped me so much.
Thank you, love.
And I also learned about the vaginal infusions and how important it is to clean our do a vaginal infusion and to clean us.
To restore.
Yes.
That's correct.
To restore, yes,
The
correct.
Holy Grail. The Holy Grail for a woman is the vaginal canal. Thank you,
Holy
love.
Grail. I say the mother, but it's the Holy Grail. Yes.
Yes.
I
All right.
translate.
Jalu, what about the weekly practitioner meetings? What do you think?
The weekly practitioner meetings are amazing because that's how I actually started my whole journey with you, Daryl, was I couldn't make it out for a course. And you said, hey, start learning online. So I used the library and I started showing up on the weekly practitioner meetings and started learning so much by all the different case studies that were being presented, the different issues people were having, and then just started learning, oh, wow, like this is how this works and all of that. And to have that support that when you have a question, to just be able to, show up, be able to ask that question and get the support right away. Like it's amazing because no matter what all you think you know, that these are all the diseases, they're constantly creating new ones. Right? There's always something new that is created or something new that someone is experiencing. And so it's amazing to have that support and to be able to, learn what you need to learn, but also learn from other practitioners asking the questions. Because, when that does come up for you, you're like, I already know that answer because you've heard it. And many times, repetition is the key. So you'll hear different practitioners and sometimes it's the same issue, but you'll just hear it again and again, and then it just ingrains it in so that you know it that much better.
Thank you. Kathy, what about
Yes.
the marketing meetings with Mindy that are free for practitioners every second week? What did you think of that?
It's a wonderful opportunity. I mean, it gets you out of your comfort zone, which is kind of scary, but it's a necessity, and it's a wonderful tool to get you going in your business. Mindy's just a fabulous lady, wealth of knowledge in that. So yeah, it's wonderful, and I'm going to be doing more learnings with her. It's a great opportunity for us all.
Thank you. So I wanted to do something different this week, and the reason why is I want to show you something. You know what? You're not going to find anything like Braveheart Nation. We are always going to give more. We have what's called the Braveheart Nation app coming, and I know that, just remember something. I may speak a big story, but this will be the most giving app, the most sharing app, and it will be the most powerful one. They say it is, okay? This app, Braveheart Nation, that's coming out has been created by women only. And the reason why is because we needed the heart. We needed the care. And we needed to make sure that the vibration and the whole basis of this thing was about family, was about community and coming together. And it will be out in 2 months. Okay? And it might be 3 months, but the thing is that we were told that by many people that create apps that this is the first of its kind. And believe it or not, when I get this app done, the code was very expensive to write. It was over 200,000. And I will be offering that code to other people who want to create apps, okay? Who want to actually do their own thing, because guess what? On this will be DocStar TV, and we will, and this is what we're looking for, to have in between 60 and 120 different shows, different nationalities, different languages, and different ways and different paths to the top of the mountain, so to speak. I am only one very small piece, and we are creating a Braveheart Nation. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, when you try to introduce something, and when you try to tell people that they don't need corporations, they don't need systems, you will be under attack. When you go to find your authentic self, or if you want to become a natural health practitioner, a new world practitioner, you will be under attack by your family financially. You'll be under attack by them emotionally, nutritionally, because guess what? Because it's different, okay? And understand something. You need to stand in your power, whether you come to us or you take any other courses to enhance your life, to find your authentic self. You stand in your power. My courses may not be the course for you, but go get back on course, dust off your passion, dust off your purpose, because it's all about you and it's all about your life. If I can just say this, I'll go through it quickly. Download the PDG free guide. Whether you're a practitioner for 30 or 40 years, I'm going to teach you a lot, because I've been taught a lot by some wonderful people around the world. None of this came out of a school. Just know that, okay? All right? The school that we want is the school of life. It's not government approved, and it's not a desk. You need to understand that. I'm going to tell you something right now. Intellect is not intelligence. And if you want intelligence, then you need to come to not a government-approved school. And I don't care what people think anymore, because most people don't think anymore. Okay? So just know this. Tomorrow we'll be on. I will be on with Tora, and we will be going through about our personal treatment and trainings that'll be starting up all around the world. Okay? And we're the ones who kicked it off. These are the different personal treatment and trainings. We're going to go through those tomorrow. And we're gonna teach you something. Go on a holiday. How beautiful is it? She lives on the beach in Australia. I'm on the beaches in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, one of the most beautiful places, I believe, in the world. Okay? And if you don't want to come and do one of our trainings, you might want to come and just do a relaxation healing. God, that is a healing. That is a training. Training yourself to love and care for yourself. What a healing, what a holiday. You know, you might want to do an advanced water fast or a juice fast. Okay? And if you don't want to come to us, we'll come to you. Dr. Sage Wolf will go anywhere. He'll come and certify you around the world. He'll certify a whole clinic. Okay, that's what he just did 3 weeks ago. So understand something. We will come to you, whether it's a personal treatment and training for couples or your family, or your caretaker needs to learn Wolf Non-Surgical and how to really care for you. What do you think of that? So try us out. Go to personaltreatmentandtrainings.com or go to dod5star.com. Okay? And here's the lectures I'll be doing. You can check that out on the events page, or go to braveheartnation.com, or otherwise bhnuniversity.com. Okay? These are the places we'll be doing the courses. And just so you know, I want to say it one more time, and then it'll be coming off. We will be in Stuart, Florida in June. We'll be in Coffs Harbour in August. And we'll be in Ixtapa, Mexico, October 17th. This is the World Healing and Training Center, and it is the main center here. You know, I've got fulfillment centers throughout the world: Australia, Canada, United States. Our fulfillment center, we will be training there in Kelowna, British Columbia next year. We'll also be doing Texas at our fulfillment center just near Prosper. But we will be doing 3 full trainings here in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico. And we'll be doing 1 a year in Australia. Okay? But we've taken Greece away. Does anybody know why? No, because I really believe that there's going to be a lot of chaos just before the U.S. election, and I don't want to screw people around, because they already did that to me during COVID, and it'll be here we go again. But we will be going to Greece, so I apologize if anybody was making plans for that, but this is why we're just letting everybody know right now, okay? All right, and these are the people that you can get in touch with, where the courses are going. Rhodes, Greece is off the map. There's Stuart, Florida, Coffs Harbour, and Ixtapa, Mexico. And that would be me. If you want to talk to me, call the 800 number, extension 5, or 469-861-8884 on WhatsApp, or direct. It's my U.S. phone number, okay? All right, and then here's the pricing for all our courses. And then there's the Perfect Day Guide. Again, I can't say it enough, because there's no price. There's no price. How valuable are you? Are you valuable enough to just go to pdgfree.com and download it and then make a decision whether or not it's worth having on your computer? Give it a shot, okay? And listen, if you've got a testimonial, please send them to us. I've never done testimonials, and they've got to be raw, and they've got to be from you, and they've got to be authentic, and they've got to be truthful. Listen, I know a lot of companies that pay for their testimonials. They'll make them up. All I want is your first name. You don't even have to give your last initial. You can give the state you're from, or give me a different state with just your first name. I just need to know that it's real, and it can be anything from product to treatment to masterclass, or just a breakthrough you had on our library. And also, just know this: if you're a practitioner, or you ever think you might want to come and do my courses, just call me and I'll give you the link to my Monday night Q&As for master practitioners, and you can find out there's people just like you rocking their world. And I mean that. Come on free. Once I give you the link, if you want to keep coming on, you can come on. We've got nothing to hide, just everything to share. Okay? And like I said, my doc talks every Tuesday, and when I have time, I do extras. Okay? And don't forget this. This makes you untouchable. When you become, and get your doctorate in indigenous medicine, and you get adopted by the Taino tribe, you have sovereign indigenous practitioner protection. You heard what I said, didn't you? That means that they can't haul you into court. This has already gone to court, all the way to Supreme Court, and it's kicked out because this is beyond their reach. You'd have to do something that was a criminal charge, not some trumped up thing. Understand something. To be like a person like me, I go to the ends of the earth to find out how to get the same protection that these guys protect themselves with. Understand something. You can get adopted by the Taino tribe, get your doctorate of indigenous medicine, and get protected. And guess what? You can touch the person if they want to be touched. You can treat the person if they want to be treated. You can train the person if they want to be trained. Thank you very much, but you're not going to tell me who to touch, who to treat, and who to train. Okay, we're off the pain train on that one. And we all do also understand that there is no power over us, and most of the rules are for fools, and most of the rules are not laws. And understand, we still have our God-given rights, and we're going to not fight for them. We don't have to. We just have to know how they messed it all up and how they're trying to brainwash us that we're just ants. And what is an ant? Allowing negative thoughts. We're going to help you with those real quick. Okay, and don't forget about our Braveheart Nation app. And remember, self-care is the only health care, and self-love is the only love. Love is only an ingredient. It's what you do with it, right? Learn how to fly, love yourself, and understand something. Together we are stronger. There's all the information on the different things I've talked about if you want to take a snapshot. And there is the oath. I would suggest that you take the oath, you put it on your bathroom mirror. I'm not going to say it tonight. I already said it once today. And you put that on your bathroom mirror. And what you do is you say it 10 times in the morning, out loud and proud. Say it at night. And then when you want, you can do your own. But please, I worked with this for years to get it to this far. This is for anybody and everybody. I don't think I've offended anyone. But it's not too hard to offend people, yeah? Really? Yeah, because the only virus on this planet is called victimitis, thank you. And I'm going to tell you something, and I'm not trying to be sarcastic, it's just the reality of things. But guess what? It doesn't have to be your reality. Don't try to save the world. Don't try to save anything. Why don't you just find your authentic self and know that you're allowed to be in love with you in your life? And that's all we want to teach you. And we can do so much with you that you don't even have to put out any money. But if you want to bring the thunder down, we'll do it with our Powerpack clinics. And we come with a guarantee. And you know why we come with a guarantee? Because we believe in our work. And I think every practitioner out there that is doing any kind of work, they should be giving a guarantee. Don't you? We should do a vote on that, shouldn't we? Okay? You just think about that. And then when you've learned this Braveheart Oath, and you've got it down pretty good, say it 10 times, morning and night, loud and proud. And then guess what? Then go and try to do a Braveheart Heroes contract, where guess what? If you actually were the master of your mind, the master of your body, the master of your life, why don't you write down where you would live, who you would live with, what it would look like, what it would smell like, taste like, feel like. Okay, what if that which created the universe had unconditional love for you? What would your life look like if you realized that everything that you speak and everything you think has actually created everything that you have right now? What if you did that? And what if you were in control of that? What would your life look like? You think about that. And we'll get back to you tomorrow and we'll talk about it. Have a beautiful day, Bravehearts, all around the world. God bless. 3, 2, 1. We have this.